Hello, I'm audible now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Extremely sorry for this issue. We'll start the presentation again. So the name of the organization is SHATAYU, the gift of life. We create awareness about organ donation. We educate people about organ donation. What is organ donation? Which all organs can be donated, when they can be donated, how they can be donated. I'll start my presentation.
Yes.
SHATAYU is derived from the age-old blessing, SHATAYU Bhava, which means live until you are 100 years old. In this day and age, we might not live 100 years, but by organ donation, we can live 100 years or even more through others. Our organs can still stay alive. Sir, I request you to mute yourself, please. Thank you, sir. SHATAYU is a non-profit organization, which is a public service initiative by Govind Bhai C. Patel Foundation, which is supported by Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited. So SHATAYU is an NGO and it is an initiative of Govind Bhai C. Patel Foundation. Our founder, Mr. Deepak Patel, who is the chairman of Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited, had founded this organization in 2009 because he had undergone a heart transplant back in 2005. He realized the importance of second chance at life. That is why he founded this organization. At that time, there was no awareness. So he thought that if I create more and more awareness, I can make the most of my second chance. So SHATAYU basically does two things. It was evolved with the twofold objective of increasing awareness about organ donation in India and broadening the mindset of people towards the gift of life. So we create awareness, we motivate people, we educate people. Apart from that, we also facilitate the process of organ donation. So I would like to present some organ donation facts in front of you. India has the lowest rate of organ donation in the world at 0.26 per million population. So the highest rate of organ donation in the world is that of Spain, which is 35 per million population. For every 10 lakh people, there are 35 people in Spain who are actually donating organs. But if we talk about India, for every 10 lakh people, there's not even one person who is donating organs. So the rate of organ donation is as low as 0.26 per million population. 15 people die each day due to shortage of transplantable organs. Every day, 15 people are losing their lives because they do not get organs. Every 18 minutes, a new name is added to the transplant waiting list. So you can imagine how long the transplant waiting list is. Every 18 minutes in our country, a new name is added somewhere in some city in the transplant waiting list. There is a huge demand for organs, huge need for organs, but the organs that are available are very low. People who get enlisted on the wait list have to wait for a period of ranging from 6 months to 4 years. Imagine living without a functioning organ for 4 long years. If I talk about Gujarat, there's a hospital in Ahmedabad which does the highest number of kidney transplants across the country. If you go there today to get your name enlisted, you're told a waiting time of 5 years. The minimum waiting time is 5 years. Imagine living or waiting for an organ for 5 long years. A person may not even survive for that long. But the waiting list is so long that you need to wait minimum 5 years to get your turn for an organ. A single donor can save as many as 9 lives. We have the power to save as many as 9 lives. If we decide to donate our organs, we can save as many as 9 lives. So this slide represents the need versus the availability of organ donors in India. This is an approximate number since there is no centralized system which presents the data. So we need 2 lakh kidneys per year, but the availability is only 5,000. We need approximately 1 lakh livers per year, but the availability is just 708 livers. Hearts, we need 50,000, but the availability is approximately 300, 320. Corneas, 1 lakh we need, but we get only 25,000 corneas per year. So you can see there's a huge gap between the demand and supply of organs. There are so many organs that are needed, but if you see the availability of donors, it is way too low. So what is organ donation? Organ donation is the harvesting of an individual's organs after he or she dies for the purpose of transplanting them into another person. The person who gives the organs is called a donor, while a person who receives the organs is called a recipient. So after death, if we donate our organs, that is called organ donation. And the person who is donating an organ is called a donor, and the person who receives the organ is called a recipient. So when somebody donates his or her organs, it is called organ donation. Now, which all organs and tissues in our body can be donated? There are various organs and tissues which can be donated. We can save as many as 9 lives, and if we donate our tissues as well, we can save as many as 50 lives. We have organs such as heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, and intestines which can be donated. Tissues such as corneas, veins, heart valves, bones, tendons, skins, ligaments, etc. can also be donated. So a single donor has the power to save so many lives. We talk about recycling these days. Organ donation is the best form of recycling our own body. Now, there are two types of donation. First is living donation, another one is cadaver donation. Living donation, you must have read about a mother donating a kidney to her son, a husband donating a kidney to her wife. So when a person is alive and he or she donates one of his or her organ, then that is called living donation. A living person can donate one of his or her kidneys, a part of liver, and a part of pancreas only to his or her blood relatives according to the Transplantation of Human Organs Act. So we have 2 kidneys in our body. We can donate one of the kidneys since we can survive on 1 kidney. A part of liver can also be donated when a person is alive because liver is the only organ in our body which regrows itself. So a part of liver can be donated when we are alive. A part of pancreas can also be donated. Pancreas does not regrow itself, but still a part of pancreas can be donated when a person is alive. So this is called living donation. Now, what is cadaver donation? Cadaver donation is donation after death. When a person dies and he or she donates their organs, it is called cadaver donation. Now, so many people are dying each day. Even if 1% of them donate their organs, then a lot of organ shortage can be wiped out, right? But that is not possible. Why? Because organ donation is possible only in case of brain death. The organs that we listed earlier are possible to be donated only in case of brain death, not in any other kind of death. Tissues can be donated after cardiac death also. So what is brain death? Brain death is an irreversible situation which results from a severe accidental head injury, brain hemorrhage or brain stroke. All areas of brain are damaged and no longer function, due to which a person cannot sustain his or her own life. But vital body functions may be maintained by an artificial support system. So when a brain stops functioning completely, including the stem of the brain, the person is declared as brain dead. So in this case, the person is maintained on a ventilator. The organs are still functioning, due to which the organs can be used for transplanting into other human beings and saving somebody's life. The ventilator maintains circulation to vital organs long enough to facilitate organ donation. People who experience brain death can also donate tissues. So when a person is declared brain dead, he is found in an ICU on a ventilator. So if we disconnect the ventilator, the organs also stop functioning. Because the person is dead and the ventilator is still connected, organs are functioning. You can see the chest is rising and falling, the heart is still beating. So in this case, since the organs are functioning, they can be used for transplantation. Now, when we go for presentation, people often confuse between brain death and coma. Coma and brain death are 2 different things. Coma is a state of deep unconsciousness, while brain death is an irreversible condition. In coma, the person is still alive, but in brain death, the person is dead. Since the person is still alive in coma, he or she may or may not recover. There are chances of recovery in coma, while in case of brain death, there are no chances of recovery. Both occur due to some injury to the head, to the brain. But in coma, organs cannot be donated because the person is still alive. While in case of brain death, since the person is dead, organs can be donated. Now we know which all organs can be donated, and these organs can be donated only in case of brain death. Now, when must these organs be removed? Organs must be removed as soon as possible after the determination of brain death while circulation is being maintained artificially. Why should they be removed as soon as possible? Because organs cannot be preserved, organs cannot be stored. We have eye banks, blood banks, skin bank, bone bank, all these banks where we can store all these organs and tissues. Sorry, we can store these tissues, but organs cannot be preserved. They should be transplanted as soon as possible once they are retrieved. Eyes must be removed within 6 hours after death, and other tissues may be removed within 12 to 24 hours. So the organs should be removed and transplanted as soon as possible. Kidneys should be removed and transplanted within 48 hours. Heart and lungs should be transplanted within 4 to 6 hours, and livers can be transplanted within 12 hours. So there is a time period within which these organs should be removed and transplanted. And since the body is being maintained artificially, they should be retrieved as soon as possible. Now, we have heard about a lot of organ trading, poor people being exploited, their kidneys being removed, kidneys being exchanged for money, kidney marriages taking place, right? Commercial dealing in organs. To stop that and to streamline the procedure of organ removal, storage, and transplantation, government has formed a law which is called Transplantation of Human Organs Act, which was passed in 1994. According to this law, brain death is legalized as death. Brain death is legally considered as death, and therefore organs can be donated only in case of brain death. Trading of organs is an illegal and punishable offense. If somebody is found selling or buying kidneys, he or she is punishable by law since it is a criminal offense. It is illegal and we cannot buy or sell kidneys. Living donation can be done only to blood relatives, that is, mother, father, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, husband, wife, son, daughter. Husband and wife are not blood relatives, but they are emotionally related. So, living donation is possible to emotionally related people and blood relatives. To stop illegal trading of organs, this clause has been included in the law so that living donation is possible only to close relatives. Now, suppose if my kidneys are failed and the waiting time is 5 years, but the doctor says that I cannot survive without the kidneys for so long. I can survive on dialysis probably for a couple of years, but I cannot survive for so long as 5 years. But Maulik, my colleague, is ready to donate his kidneys to me. He is not my blood relative, but on humanitarian grounds, he is ready to donate one of his kidneys to me. So what do? Do I die waiting for an organ? None of my family members are compatible with me, so they cannot donate a kidney to me. So for that, government has formed an authorization committee. The authorization committee sees the organ is being donated purely on humanitarian grounds, and there is no cash or kind transaction taking place. There's no money exchange taking place in this donation. Once the authorization committee gives the approval, only then unrelated donation is possible. Otherwise, living donation is possible only in case of blood relatives. Now, people have a lot of myths regarding organ donation. The most common being, if I donate my eyes in this birth, I'll be born blind in my next birth, which is absolutely not true because what if I donate my heart? Without, will I be born without a heart in my next birth? That is not possible, right? So how is it that if I donate my eyes, I'll be born without eyes in my next birth? So this is just a myth which stops people from coming forward to donate their organs. Once I sign up, I will not get appropriate medical care in case of an accident. That is not true because the doctors who are involved in treating a patient and the doctors who are involved in transplant are two different teams. Once all the efforts have been made to save somebody's life, only then organ donation is taken into consideration. Once the person is declared brain dead, only then organ donation is discussed with the relatives. My religion does not permit it. There is no religion in this world which says no to helping others. I'm sure there is no religion in this world which will say no to saving lives. There's no religion in this world which will say no to organ donation. There's no religion which says no for organ donation. All the religions say yes to helping others. All the religions say yes to helping lives. So I'm sure all the religions also support organ donation. I'm too old to donate my organs. That is also not true. There is no age limit for organ donation. The oldest donor in India is 88 years old, and the oldest donor in US is 92 years old. If the organs are in good working condition at the time of donation, then the age is not considered as a factor which stops from donating organs. If the organs are in good working condition, the doctor may decide to use the organs for transplant. Similarly, babies as young as 4 months old have also donated their organs to other small babies or children. So there is no age limit for organ donation. Whoever dies of brain death and is in a good medical condition to donate organs will be eligible for organ donation. All my organs will be taken away even if I specify only one. That is also not true. Only the organs for which the family gives the consent, only those organs are achieved. It's not that, once you have said yes, your body will be opened and all the organs will be removed. That is not true. Only for which the family gives the consent, only those organs are retrieved and used for transplantation. My body will be disfigured post death. That is also not true. Once the organs are removed, the body is surgically stitched and respectfully returned to the returned to the family. Similarly, even during eye donation, when the eyes are removed, the eyes are properly bandaged and the face does not look disfigured. So that should not stop someone from donating organs, because we are eventually saving somebody's life. My family will be charged for organ donation. There is no charge for organ donation. Neither do you receive anything in return. It is a gift that you're making. You're saving somebody's life, you're donating something. When we donate something, we do not get anything in return. Neither are you charged for it. You will definitely receive the blessings of the family, the recipient family and the recipient, but you do not get anything in return. Neither will you be charged. The surgery that is performed before organ donation, of course, that will be charged, but organ is free of cost. Even the recipient is not charged for the organ. He is only charged for the transplant surgery. My organs will go only to the rich people. That is also not true, because each hospital maintains a waiting list. Whenever there is a donor available, the first 5 people are called, and whoever is most compatible gets the organ. Even if the person who's on the 5th position is the most compatible with the donor, that person will get the organ. There can't be too many people needing organs. That is also not true. We answered that in couple of first slides. Every 18 minutes, a new name is added to the waiting list. So there are lakhs and lakhs of people who are actually waiting for organs, who need organs, but there are no organs available. Now, after this presentation, if you are motivated to register for organ donation, you can visit our website, www.shatayu.org.in. There is a registration form available over there. You can register yourself as an organ donor. Once you fill up the pledge form, you'll receive a donor card within 2 weeks, which looks like this. You're supposed to carry your donor card along with you at all times. And most importantly, communicate and inform your family your wish to be an organ and tissue donor. Why is it important to inform your family? Is because according to the law of our country, family's consent is a must at the time of donation. So if your family knows your wishes beforehand, they'll be able to respect your wishes and fulfill your wishes, and it'll be easier for them to take a decision at that point of time. Alternately, even if you do not fill up the form and the family says yes at the time of death, your organs will be donated. So it is very important to communicate your wishes to the family. This is just a pledge form. If you fill up the pledge form, that does not mean that your organs will be donated. Organ donation is possible only after the consent of the family. Now, what is SHATAYU's role? SHATAYU's role is to create awareness. We educate people about organ donation. We educate them about brain death, which all organs can be donated. We coordinate the procedure of organ donation, and we facilitate the organ donation procedure. We not only create awareness, but we also inform people if there is an actual brain dead person who actually wants to donate the organs. We connect them to the nearest transplant hospital. We also counsel the family. We connect them to the nearest transplant hospital and facilitate the entire process of organ donation. Organ and tissue donation process. A general surgeon or neurosurgeon identifies a potential brain dead person. in the ICU. As I said, a brain dead person is always found in an ICU connected to a ventilator. So once the brain death is declared, a transplant coordinator is informed. The transplant coordinator counsels the family. They inform the family that brain death is an irreversible situation. The person is not going to recover, but you can consider organ donation since it will save somebody's life. Once the family agrees, the consent is documented. In case of medico-legal cases, that is in case of accident, where a person has died of brain death due to some accident, it is a medico-legal case. In that case, the consent certificate and no objection certificate is also obtained from the police and the forensic department. So once a person is declared brain dead, after that, brain death certification tests are performed at an interval of 6 hours. Two set of tests are performed, and for an infant, it is performed at at an interval of 12 hours. So even after a person is declared brain dead certification process is carried out, which takes at an interval of 6 hours. Two tests are performed, which are being specified by the law. The donor is certified brain dead, and then he is maintained on life support. Simultaneously, the recipients are informed and compatibility tests are carried out. So whoever is the best compatible match receives the organ. This procedure takes minimum of 24 to 48 hours. These are the glimpses of awareness activities carried out by SHATAYU. In 2019 we organized an organ donation run, which was for one of its kind in Ahmedabad. For the first time, a run was organized for organ donation. 4,000 people participated in it. These are the photographs of the run. So we have been working with the hospitals, the ICU staff, the doctors, the anesthetists, the intensivists, everybody. We are educating them about organ donation. So they are in close contact with the patient and the patient's family. They are the people who will first identify a potential donor. Sometimes what happens is the doctors and the nursing staff are also not aware of the procedure. So we are trying to coordinate with the hospitals and educate the staff so that potential organ donor is identified and required consent is obtained from the family so as to increase the pool of organ donors. These are the glimpses of programs we have conducted in various hospitals in Ahmedabad. SHATAYU has also launched India's first comic book on organ donation. We have distributed more than 1.5 lakh copies across various schools. This is to educate the school students about the concept of organ donation. Students are usually fascinated by superheroes. So we titled our book as Super Donor. What do superheroes do? Superheroes save lives. So we can also become a superhero by donating our organs because we are eventually saving lives. So this is how we have passed on the message of organ donation and brain death to school students. These are the few schools that we have distributed the comic book to. Activities in colleges also, we have been spreading awareness in colleges also and corporates also. We also received an award by Honorable Chief Minister Shri Vijay Rupani at the Gujarat Economic Forum for the best NGO for organ donation awareness. Impact created by SHATAYU, we have created an online registry to pledge for organ and tissue donation. More than 50,000 people have registered with us for organ and tissue donation. We're the first NGO to train transplant coordinators in Gujarat. More than 30 transplant coordinators have been trained by us. We have been liaising with the state government to pass favorable legislations and to form a centralized system in Gujarat for organ donation. We have been creating mass awareness in the entire state of Gujarat using visual media through rallies, exhibitions, talks, presentations in clubs, colleges, schools, corporates, etc. We've also secured a place in Limca Book of Records for the largest bike rally of organ donation awareness. More than 70,000 people have pledged for organ donation. There's also a considerable increase in the eye donation campaigns run by SHATAYU. SHATAYU has also won the Best NGO for Organ Donation Award at Economic Forum. These are real success stories of SHATAYU. These people have actually donated their organs after brain death through SHATAYU and save as many as 5 lives each. They donated their kidneys and livers and eyes, and that some of them have also donated their heart. Heart transplant facility has been recently started since past few years in Ahmedabad. Earlier, it was not available in Gujarat. Thank you. With this, I end my presentation. And once again, I apologize for all the technical glitches that we have been facing. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
If any participant has a question, then they can ask.
Madam, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, as you said that organ donation can be done only by those people who are brain dead, right?
Yes.
But we
Yes.
can donate, and eye donation can be done by anyone, no? I mean,
Yes. Yes.
when a person who has died naturally can also donate eyes. So I
Yes.
think that is the difference, no? And a dead person otherwise cannot donate any other organ, no? It should be in a, you can say, life support system. So I
Yes.
want, okay. So that's what I
So,
wanted to make it
or
clear.
why organ donation is possible only in case of brain death is because in brain death is the only situation where the person is actually dead. 1 second, ma'am. Just hold on.
Hmm.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So why we can donate only in case of brain death is because in brain death, the person is actually dead, but his organs are functioning because of the help of a ventilator. So since the organs are still functioning, they can be used for transplant. While in other cases, when a person is dead, his organs are not in the working condition. So only tissues can be donated.
Okay. So skin and everything can be donated, but not any other part.
No solid organs like heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas,
Okay.
intestines. These cannot be donated in case of any kind of death.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
यस मैम। मैम, अगर मुझे कुछ हुआ
जी
और मेरे मदर और फादर में से कोई भी मुझे किडनी या कुछ भी डोनेट करना चाहता है, तो उसके
जी
लिए भी लीगल एक्सपेक्ट या लीगलिटी जरूरी है?
जी उसके लिए सबसे पहले तो आपका वेरिफिकेशन किया जाता है कि आपके मदर फादर जो हैं डीएनए मैच किया जाता है या फिर बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट देखा जाता है, सब प्रूफ्स मंगाए जाते हैं। उसके बाद उनको भी टेस्ट किया जाता है या वो फिजिकली और मेंटली रेडी हैं कि नहीं डोनेट करने के लिए। यदि वो रेडी हैं और उनके ऑर्गन्स अच्छी वर्किंग कंडीशन में है तो ऑर्गन डोनेशन पॉसिबल है, अदरवाइज ऑर्गन डोनेशन नहीं हो पाता है। सो वो हॉस्पिटल बताती है किस डॉक्यूमेंट्स की जरूरत पड़ती है, क्या रिलेशन के लिए प्रूफ चाहिए होता है, वो सब हॉस्पिटल बताती है। ऑथराइजेशन कमेटी के सामने वो सारे पेपर्स रखे जाते हैं और सब वेरीफाई होने के बाद ही लिविंग डोनेशन पॉसिबल होता है।
ओके, थैंक्स मैम।
यू वेलकम।
मैडम हियर निशांत।
यस सर।
हाँ मैडम, निशांत बोल रहा हूँ मैं, एआर कॉलेज ऑफ फार्मेसी से, ऑफिस से। मैडम इसमें एक और जानकारी मेरे को चाहिए कि इसमें फैमिली रिलेशन में ब्लड रिलेशन होना जरूरी है, अगर फैमिली में देना है तो?
अनरिलेटेड डोनेशन के लिए जी, आपका क्लोज रिलेटिव, इमोशनली रिलेटेड जैसे हो सकता है, उसके लिए भी रिलेशन प्रूव करना पड़ता है, जिसके लिए हॉस्पिटल आपको बताती है क्या-क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए होते हैं। इसका रीजन ये होता है कि काफी बार किडनी मैरेजेस की जाती
ओके।
है। अगर किसी को किडनी की जरूरत हो तो वो पैसों के लिए शादी करते हैं, फिर किडनी डोनेशन होता है, उसके बाद शादी रिजॉल्व कर देते हैं। उसको प्री मैरिजेस का टर्म दिया गया है। सो ये सब रोकने के लिए, ये इलीगल चीजें रोकने के लिए ऑथराइजेशन कमेटी बहुत ही डिटेल में जांच करती है। आपके सपोज कोई दूर के मामा या चाचा या कोई भी है रिलेटिव, तो वो पूरा फैमिली लाइन, फैमिली फोटोग्राफ्स कितने साल से आप कितनी बार उनसे मिलते हैं, जो भी है सब सर्टिफिकेट, सब डॉक्यूमेंट, सब फोटोग्राफ्स के प्रूफ लाने पड़ते हैं। एक बार ऑथराइजेशन कमेटी अप्रूवल देती है कि हाँ दिस इज अ लीगल रिलेशन, उसके बाद ही पॉसिबल होता है।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
You're welcome.
मैम एक पार्टिसिपेंट से ऑनलाइन यूट्यूब पे वो क्वेश्चन
जी
पूछ रहे हैं,
जी
इफ एनी पर्सन सफर फ्रॉम एनी डिसीज
जी
कैन ही और सी डोनेट द ऑर्गन? ये क्वेश्चन है नैना शर्मा का।
हाँ जी, इसमें ये है कि उस समय एट द टाइम ऑफ ब्रेन डेथ, एट द टाइम ऑफ ब्रेन डेथ डॉक्टर चेक करते हैं कि ऑर्गन्स किस कंडीशन में हैं। इफ दे आर इन गुड वर्किंग कंडीशन दे कैन बी डोनेटेड। डॉक्टर्स उस समय डिसाइड करते हैं कि ऑर्गन डोनेशन पॉसिबल है या नहीं, लुकिंग एट द फंक्शनैलिटी ऑफ द ऑर्गन्स। If the organs are not in good working condition, they cannot be donated. Even if somebody has diabetes or blood pressure, still the organs can be donated, but it all depends upon the functionality at that point of time. If the organs are in good working condition, they will be donated. Any more questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I'm from ER College and I am from fourth year student. Actually, ma'am, I've heard that there are some people who pre-planned, they are well in condition and they planned that they want to donate their organ after that death. So, what is the age limit that we can decide that we can donate the organ after our death?
There's no age limit, as I said. See, we do not know when we are going to die or how we are going to die. Today, I have been working for this cause for past 10, 11 years, right? And I'm talking about organ donation, brain death to so many people. I even have told my family that, if I die of brain death, please donate my organs. But we do not know exactly when we are going to die or how we are going to die. I might not die of brain death and my organs will not be donated.
No,
Why
ma'am.
we talk about organ donation? Yes.
Actually, I was asking about that. I've heard that few people pre-decided that after, like, suppose I am at the age of 26, I decide that whenever I will be dead by any of the reason, then I will donate my so and so organ. I've heard these things that there are so many people at the civil hospital and they donate such organs or they donate to such NGOs or anything. So, what is the
Yes.
age limit that someone can decide?
As I said, there is no age limit. Why we should decide beforehand is because when a loved one dies, it is a very difficult time for the family, right?
Okay, ma'am.
So it is very difficult for them to take a decision. But if we have pledged beforehand, if we have decided today, if I have already decided that I wish to donate my organs and I have informed my family, and tomorrow if I die of brain death, it will be easy for my family to make a decision. Okay, she wanted to donate her organs and we should fulfill her wish. So there is no age limit. A person who is below 18 years need family's consent, and a person who's above 18, who's an adult, can fill up the pledge form themselves, right? So there's no age limit. Even a 5-year-old can fill up the pledge form and decide for organ donation. So there is no age limit. The most important thing is we decide beforehand that we wish to donate our organs, and most importantly, communicate with our family. So people who are, as you said, there are some people who are actually planning that, once they turn 23 or 24 or 25, they are going to pledge for organ donation. I think everybody should be like that. They should plan well in advance and also inform their family so that their wishes are carried out and it becomes easier for the family to take a decision at that point of time. I hope I am able to answer your question
Yes,
clearly.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got it. The age limit of 18 and we call it guidance. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, there is a one more doubt.
Yes.
If any person has given the consent for the organ donation, but in
Mhm.
future his or her family member need the organ, so they have to go for the waiting period or they directly can approach that person?
No, they have to get their name enlisted in the waiting list. As I said in the presentation also, when we donate organs, we do not get anything in return. We had a case with us where there was a donor family. A person had died. He had come to attend a religious gathering from Calcutta over here, and he suffered a brain stroke, and he died of brain death. We counseled the family. The family consented for organ donation, but they said, we have somebody in our family who also needs a kidney, so one of the kidney should go to that person, which was fair enough because they were donating their organs. They would always want their relative to get the first chance. But that is illegal according to the law. We cannot skip the waiting list, or we cannot decide who gets the organ. The law says donation is unconditional and we cannot decide who gets the organ. In that case, the blood group did not match, they were not compatible, so the relative did not get the organ, but otherwise also it is illegal. We cannot decide. Like if we are donating organs and if we have somebody in the family who needs an organ, that person will not get the organ. The persons who are in the waiting list, if of course the relative is in the waiting list in top 5 or 6, then he may or may not get. Otherwise, the family member will not be given the first preference.
Okay, ma'am.
Any more questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
please.
I am Kishan Dwivedi from AR College of Pharmacy.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, can we donate our organ or to medical research?
Organs usually, if a person wants to donate organs and their organs are not in good working condition, or they cannot be used for transplantation, or if while retrieval the organ some problem happens, then they can be used for medical research purposes. Otherwise, there is whole body donation, which is used for medical research purposes and education purposes, which does happen. In case of whole body donation, your organs are not taken. The entire body is taken, and that is used for educational purposes, and body is not returned back. But in case of organ donation is usually for transplanting and saving lives. But in case somebody is doing organ donation and the organs fail to function due to some reason, then they may be used for educational purposes. But otherwise, they are used for transplantation only, since there is a huge scarcity of organs.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, madam. And can you share those links which you said that we can give a pledge for organ donation by registering? So can you share it with Naitik sir so that he will share it with us?
Yes,
Yeah,
sure, sure, definitely.
so there may be many who are motivated now and who wish to do so can do the registration right now.
Definitely, definitely. I'll
So
definitely share it.
yeah, so that would be good, right? Yeah. Naitik bhai?
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was a very informative session, and we got good comments in YouTube. Definitely, we will contact you, ma'am. And as per the suggestion of the ma'am, kindly share the link so we can forward towards our participants, so we get the positive result, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Definitely,
you
I'll
are,
share the link.
yes, ma'am. And you are doing such a great job, ma'am. And your achievements and all the things is appreciable, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And we received a very good
And
response. More than 100 people participating. So that was really good. And sorry for all the glitches that we had.
ma'am, we are extremely sorry for the technical error. And totally 120 participants from the Google Meet and 30 participants from the YouTube has joined our session, ma'am.
That's really great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We look forward to have such talks every year from you because we have students who keep on changing. So we
Okay.
would like to motivate because this is something very much needed in India. Thank you, madam.
True. True. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, so ma'am, shall we leave?
Yes,
Okay, okay.
I
Thank you
think
very
madam
much.
has already left. So I thank all the participants in spite of the technical glitches. You have been very patient and being a part of the webinar. So, and my sincere thanks to Dr. Naitik Trivedi for arranging such a motivational, arranging a webinar on such a topic because this is very much needed in India, the organ donation. Right? Thank you, everyone.
Thanks to all the participant and ma'am for giving the positive feedback and positive support where we are needing. Ma'am, we are thankful to the Charutar Vidya Mandal for giving us the permission to organize such kinds of the events, as well as I am thankful to AR College of Pharmacy and Dr. Jolly Parikh madam for giving the permission to organize these kinds of the webinar. As well as I am thankful to all the participants who are patiently be with us. Kindly fill the link because when I am leaving the Google Meet, that time you are unable to fill that link. So kindly copy paste the link and get your certificate. If you have any kinds of the query, then you can directly contact me. Okay, have a nice day. Thanks to all.